Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So yeah, here after the daily candle close, we have come down in this wave 5 further, which is fantastic. We did break out of the channel though again. However, we haven't moved up since then, and all the moves to the upside have been just corrective. So at the moment, and also this move up actually, at the moment looks corrective. So it's good to see that the wave 5 is still ongoing, otherwise it would have been a bit short, this yellow wave 5. So just a bit of a recap where we come from. We're obviously registering here the wave 3 high on the 21st of January at around 1680. We came down in an A wave, moved up in a B wave, and we're now coming down in a C wave. There are other interpretations, depending on where you actually put the third wave. It doesn't change too much. Ultimately, it will depend on how far we eventually go down, but for me this is the best way to count it at the moment. It is also aligned with Bitcoin, therefore makes most sense for me. Yeah, it makes more sense for me to count it like that, because then we have the sort of the same sequence down as for Bitcoin, and it adds up quite nicely with regards to the micro counts as well. So A, B, C, we're basically in a C wave at this stage. That would be the expectation at the moment, and it looks like we made this wave 1 down, the wave 2 up, the wave 3 down. We forecasted nicely where wave 4 would end, then came down in another move, and at that point yellow wave 5 could have been finished, right? Because we have 5 waves here in yellow, 5 waves within wave 3. We broke out of the channel, so that was the point where we needed to be watching, is wave 3 already over? But it wasn't. Didn't make a new high. It briefly broke above 1530, but move up was only in 3 waves, so it failed again. And I can't remember, did we talk about targets for that 5th wave? I'm sure we did, but I can't remember what we said. So let's just measure, take the length here of the waves 1 to 3, and we go to the high of the 4th wave. And then actually the very first target for a 5th wave would be 1484. And maybe we'll get there. Yeah, if we make one more low, we could get there. By the way, I'm going to take out the channel now. We don't need it anymore. And I leave this trend line in play. Maybe we'll need it again. So the reason why I'm saying maybe we get one more low is that, we don't need one. Yeah, I'll explain to you why we don't need one. And why I think we still get one, or why it would be great. See this wave 4, I counted it as a triangle, and I think that's the best way of doing it. A, B, C, D, E. You often get a wave 4 triangle, and the wave 2 was quite sharp in a zigzag. So it often is the case that if you have the wave 2 as quite a sharp correction, that the wave 4 is either a flat or a triangle. So if it's a triangle, then I would count the start of the wave 5 here. And then I would only at the moment have 3 waves down. Actually, quite clearly, we actually need 5. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and maybe one more leg down. This would only count or be possible really in a scenario here of an ending diagonal in the wave 5 within 3. So that we have something here like maybe a channel or a wedge pattern, which is currently unfolding. Descending wedge or something. That's also quite interesting in terms of just, where if it's going to break out, it's a first hint that this wave 5 is over, and this wave 5 of 3 is over, and we're heading up in this wave 4. This wave 4 is most likely going to end somewhere in the region of the previous wave 4. They often do that around 1550, bit more, bit less, Not even looking at fib levels here, but this is sort of a guideline that you often see and hear. But yeah, what if we don't get one more low? Well, I would then have to assume that the wave 4 actually ended here. And we had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it wouldn't really add up nicely. So it would be really nice to get one more low. Also, the move up is currently corrective. It suggests currently we get one more low, maybe from here, because this looks like an ascending wedge as well. Can't promise, but for me, at the moment, looks like we get one more low. And if we don't, then the wave 4 should ideally end somewhere here. We've got a resistance area here as well, between 1550 and 1580 pretty much. and also that's the wave 4 high, so it all adds up, and then we should get eventually one more leg down, and then we have 5 waves complete in wave C, and we can be looking here at finishing everything. I mean, can you actually see that we already reached our support area? So theoretically this move down could also be finished. Theoretically, Ethereum has done now with touching 1500. It has done what it needs to do in this correction, this wave 4 as a minimum. Yeah. Why is that the case? Well, because we reached our support area. Yeah, we reached target for this 4th wave. So scenario fulfilled. Yeah. Why did we reach target? Because if you calculate the length of the 3rd, depends on where we put it, right? I mean, before I had it here, that's how I formed the support area actually. But it's a 38.2 fib level at 14.99. We touched that. Now, if I now put the wave 3 actually a little bit further to the left, I actually need to bring down support actually slightly to 14.17. But either way, in this yellow wave 4, I mean, the support for the wave 4 actually starts at the 23.6 fib. But we touched the 38.2 fib level in a scenario where actually wave 3 ended here. So we'll see. That was anyway the support we had on the chart. I've now brought it down a bit because if I move the wave 3 over here, the fibs move down a bit. But you might ask, you know, how can we be finished if we only have 3 waves? Now the reason for that is that this is of course great, yeah. A, B, C is nice, yeah. But let's just assume the wave 3 ended here. Then I can easily count this as a W wave, X wave, Y wave. No, I can count this as, one second, not even that. A, B. I can count this as a W, X, Y, and the Y wave is an ABC. So A, B, C, and we could be finished. So need to be on the side of caution here, but primarily I would expect one more high and one more down because it aligns with Bitcoin as well. So that's where we are. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.